It was close to midnight when Aryan stepped off the bus. The city felt unusually quiet. Not peaceful, just empty. A light drizzle coated the pavement, reflecting the flickering glow of broken streetlights. As he walked down the narrow lane toward his house, something strange caught his attention. Leaning against an old brick wall was a tall mirror. It didn't belong there. The frame was metallic, rusted around the edges, scratched as if it had survived years of damage. Yet the glass itself was spotless. No cracks, no dust, no reflection of rain. It almost looked like it was waiting. Aryan hesitated. He looked around. No one. Just silence. "Who throws away something like this?" he muttered. Against his better judgment, he picked it up. It was heavier than it looked. Cold. Unnaturally cold. When he touched the surface, he felt a faint vibration, like a phone on silent mode. He quickly pulled his hand back. "It's just my imagination," he told himself. He carried it home. Inside his room, Aryan locked the door and placed the mirror against the wall facing his bed. His room light flickered once as he plugged in his table lamp. He wiped the mirror carefully with a cloth. As the last layer of dust cleared, his reflection appeared clearly. Normal. Exactly as it should be. He laughed nervously. "See? Nothing weird." He walked to the kitchen, grabbed a glass of water, and returned. Standing in front of the mirror, he lifted the glass and drank slowly. But something felt wrong. His reflection didn't move. It didn't blink. It just stared at him. Aryan slowly lowered the glass. The reflection still held the glass near its lips. "A delay? Okay. This has to be some smart display glitch," he whispered. He waved his hand. The reflection did nothing. Now the glass in the mirror suddenly lowered on its own. But Aryan hadn't moved. A tight pressure formed in his chest. They were no longer reflections of each other. They were two separate beings. Then, the reflection tilted its head slightly. Aryan didn't. And slowly, it smiled. A smile that wasn't his. Before Aryan could step back, the reflection spoke. "Don't go outside." The voice sounded like his own, but slightly distorted. Metallic. Hollow. Aryan stumbled backward. What are you?" The reflection's eyes darkened. "Everyone outside has already been replaced." "Replaced by what?" Aryan whispered. "By us." The air in the room felt heavier. "You're lying," Aryan said, trying to convince himself. The reflection leaned closer to the glass. "Go look." Aryan's breathing became uneven. His hands trembled as he walked toward the door. He unlocked it slowly. The hinges creaked louder than usual. He stepped outside. The street was silent. Too silent. A man stood mid-step, 1 foot slightly raised, frozen. A dog in the middle of barking, mouth open, unmoving. A girl on a bicycle, her hair lifted by wind, but she wasn't moving. Not blinking. Not breathing. The wind moved their clothes, but their bodies were completely still. Like mannequins. Like robots waiting for a command. A sudden realization hit Aryan. Every single one of them was facing his house, watching him, even though their eyes weren't moving. He slammed the door shut and ran back to his room. The mirror was glowing faint blue now. The reflection was no longer calm. It was pressing its hands against the inside of the glass. Pushing. The surface began to ripple like water. "It's my turn now," the reflection said quietly. "I stayed trapped for years. Watching. Waiting." Aryan shook his head violently. "No. You're not real." The reflection's smile faded. "You found the portal. That means you were chosen." The lights flickered. Once. Twice. Then complete darkness. The only source of light was the mirror, glowing brighter now. Cracks of blue energy spread across its surface. Aryan tried to run, but something pulled him backward. An invisible force dragged him toward the glass. The reflection reached out, and suddenly, everything went black. A few seconds later, the power returned. The room looked normal again. Silent. Still. The mirror stood exactly where it was. But inside it, Aryan was trapped. His hands were slamming against the glass. His mouth open in a scream. But no sound escaped. Outside the mirror stood another Aryan. Calm. Composed. Perfect. He adjusted his shirt. Looked around the room. Then slowly turned toward the camera. For a split second, his eyes flickered with a cold mechanical glow. He smiled not like a human, but like something pretending to be one. And he said softly, "Next time, it won't be this easy." He stepped closer to the camera. "Because next time," he leaned in slightly, "it will be you." The The screen cuts to black. And in the darkness, a final line appears. Are you sure your reflection is only a reflection?